Chef Tash joining us now. I need to ask you, we threw up a picture of Tata Madiba. Obviously, we celebrated his, what would have been his centenary. What would you ask him if he was still around?
So many questions to ask, but the one thing that stands out for me is that how do you come out of prison after 27 full years and so much bad things that have happened in your life with such a pleasant and lovely and loving heart? Because I can barely forgive my husband if he spills milk on the counter. So how do you go on like that and be such a nice, loving, calm-spirited person?
Wow, that's a good question. I like that. It gave me goosebumps this morning. Well, I'm sure he heard it. But listen, Chef Tash, thank you very much for joining us this morning. In the kitchen, on your menu right now, ready to take your weekend up a notch. We are making a true South African classic. We're making Clover Amasi Vetkoek with curried mince. Oh, yeah. And this is just the thing to get your weekend started. I think the whole family will love it. I will love it. Tash, thank you very much. Breakfast is sorted. Just look at that. So take it away. Let's make some Vetkoek.
Yes. We are making Vetkoek with curried mince. It's just a match made in heaven.
Yes.
So I'm gonna need for you to be my sous chef today.
I'm here.
So
whatever
we
you
are
need.
we are doing the dough.
Okay.
So as you know, scientifically, you need dry and then you add wet. So you're gonna add your yeast. We've got salt there for taste.
So salt goes in there.
Yes, and then we are going to add about a cup and a third of the Amasi, our Clover Amasi.
And we're using the Amasi. It's great. It's a full cream pasteurized. It's causing it to ferment, obviously, as well. Lovely stuff. It's got no preservatives in as well, which is a great addition to your baking. And a great substitute for, like, let's say, buttermilk.
Yes, yes. Buttermilk, sour milk, anything that you normally add that is creamy to your food.
That's it.
So it's a very cost-effective way of elevating your food to a nice creamy consistency.
Cool.
So here, I'm just sauteing my onion quickly.
All right.
And I've got curry powder, salt and pepper. I've got my beef stock there. This is where we are doing our mince. It's quite an easy recipe.
But this is the thing with Vetkoek. You don't want to complicate it because it's a traditional kind of recipe. It's something to put together nice and quickly that is also just bursting with flavor at the end of the day. Cool. So I've got all this mixed in. What do I need to do with it?
And then we put in our Amasi, about a cup. Okay, let me. Okay. Come this side and stir for me.
Okay.
Then
she doesn't trust me.
I'll do the.
I'm a sous chef, but she doesn't trust me. It's okay. It's okay, Chef Tash. You do it.
That's about it.
All right. If you want to get your hands on the recipe to our delicious Clover Amasi Vetkoek and curried mince recipe, the keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. This curry smells amazing, by the way. It
smells so good. It's amazing how just one ingredient can change the flavor profile of the food.
That's it.
Okay, I think that is almost the
So basically, you would just work this into a nice dough and then you let it rest?
Yes, you let it rest, you rise it because of the yeast for about an hour. Because it's winter, I'm sure it will take just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
An hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. So prepare it in advance.
You can come back to your station.
It doesn't feel like I'm doing much this morning, but it's good. Okay, cool. I'll just keep mixing with this. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. I mean, this dough is really coming together very, very nice. And then it's just a matter of getting the mince in there.
We get the mince in here. Make sure that you sort of wish it and swoosh it a little bit so that it doesn't become the huge meatball lumps.
That's it.
So we want a nice crumbly consistency so that it can go in nicely with our Vetkoeks there.
All right, you do that. You continue with that. Look, our dough came together very, very nicely. Check it out on our website as well. That's expressoshow.com. We'll put this recipe up for you. But I think it's a perfect recipe kind of to make throughout this weekend. Brilliant. Celebrating traditional local cuisine with a bit of a twist using Amasi full cream from Clover. But if you want to see those steps once again, if you missed any of them, don't worry. We've got them here lined up. Here we go.
Have you been cutting back on calories? Well, it's about time to take a break and make a South African classic with this quick and easy Clover Amasi Vetkoek and curried mince recipe. For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 cups of Clover Amasi, 500 grams of beef mince, 1 chopped onion, 1/3 cup of beef stock, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 2 cups of white bread flour, 2 teaspoons dry yeast, salt and pepper, and olive pride, a blend of seed oils and extra virgin olive oil. For the Vetkoek, Add flour to a bowl. Add dry yeast and salt. Then stir to combine. Add Clover Amasi and stir it into the mixture to combine. Next, knead the mixture until the dough is smooth and elastic. Cover in plastic wrap and allow to rise for 30 to 40 minutes. Add a touch of pride to a pot. Then add chopped onion. Sauté until softened. Add beef mince and curry powder. Cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Then add beef stock, salt and pepper. Cook for 3 minutes and set aside. Pinch off dough and roll until smooth. Fry in oil for 3 to 4 minutes until golden on all sides. Drain on paper towels. Stuff Vetkoek with curried mince and enjoy. Once you start tucking into these delicious dough balls, you can't help wanting more. Thanks to Clover Amasi, they're not difficult to make, so go on, have another one.
Made with love by Clover.
And there you have it. Just look at that deliciousness on a plate. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. So basically, Chef Tash, you just added some beef stock to our mince.
Yes.
That's going to kind of cook further. You're going to reduce that liquid as well, getting all that flavors nicely condensed. And you just create little balls with the dough like this.
Yes.
Pop them in some hot oil and fry them down. And that's what you are left with.
Yes, and then as soon as they get golden brown, and when you tap them, they must have that light sound.
Yes.
So you know that they're done. So if you look inside, they're perfect.
Beautiful. And then
Okay.
your curried mince just goes in there.
Definitely.
Oi, breakfast is served, Chef Tash. Thank you very, very much. This is my go-to recipe for the weekend for sure. If you want to try and make it yourself as well, very, very easy. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. Thanks, Chef Tash.
It's a pleasure.
Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.